Hi everyone, I am Fuad. I am a cloud support engineer, and in this video I will show you how to troubleshoot and resolve issues with your Alibaba Cloud web hosting service. Web hosting service offered by Alibaba Cloud is an easy to use and cost-effective solution to rapidly set up and manage small-scale websites. At this point, I assume that you have already purchased a web hosting instance and have uploaded your website contents to it. So let's get started. First of all, we move to the console page by clicking console, and then we will move to the web hosting web page. I have already set up a web hosting instance in the Hong Kong region and have uploaded my website contents to this instance. Let's click manage. Here are all the information of our web hosting instance. For example, test domain, the FTP credentials, the database credentials, and the other functions that we can use with this instance. I have set up the instance, but I am facing a few problems with this setup. So problems with this setup. So to troubleshoot, we will go to the test domain, copy the test domain, and search it here. Okay, the error message that I see says that error establishing a database connection. This message states that the web hosting instance is unable to access the database provided with the instance. That is the database name and this database username. The web hosting instance is unable to access it. To further dig into the problem, I need to access the web hosting instance using the FTP. I'm using a tool called FileZilla to access the instance. Using the FTP credentials, login name, password that I have already set up, I can also reset it, and this is the host address. Host address, username, password, and the FTP port 21. I would connect to the instance. In a short while, the FileZilla will be able to access the instance. Okay, so the FileZilla has accessed the instance, and here in htdocs I can see all the web contents that I have uploaded to the instance. To troubleshoot it further, I want to check if the WordPress configuration file is correct or not. I'm looking for wp-config.php, this file. Let's download this file. It will be downloaded in my current directory, that is WordPress, right here. Let's overwrite. Okay, and the file is downloaded. Now I will open this file and check out the configuration. It says DB name, the database name should be here, the DB user should be here, the password and the host. So let's compare these credentials with the credentials provided with the instance. Database name is 2v28thlio and the database DB name, okay, this is the problem here, that the database name is incorrect. Let's change it with the correct one. The DB user is correct. The DB password that I have already set up, I can also reset it, and the connection address will be the DB host. So now the configuration is correct. I will save this configuration and upload it again. Let's upload. It says that there is already a file there, so let's overwrite it, and the file is being transferred. Okay, now let's move back to our test domain and check if we still have error establishing a database connection. Okay, now I can access the website easily that I have uploaded. Okay, so now I want to access this web hosting instance using my domain name that I have set up with this instance. My domain name is www.icubes.win, and I will check it if I can access it or not. And as it appears that I am unable to access my domain from this instance. It says it's keep connecting to the server, but there is no response. So let's check what is the problem. For this, I will check if the DNS record is correct. NS lookup, and the record says that my domain is being resolved at an IP address of 47.49.34.23. This address is incorrect. We need to set up a CNAME record that is provided with the web hosting instance. This test domain is basically a CNAME resolution target address. So let's configure the CNAME address on our web hosting DNS provider. For this, I will move to console web page. I will search domain, and this is my domain, and let's configure the DNS settings. And here is the A record that we saw in the NS lookup 4749, this address. So this address is incorrect. Let's edit it and change it to a CNAME record with www and value as the test domain. Click OK, and the CNAME record is configured. Now we should be able to access our website using our own domain. This record may take some time to move forward into the DNS configuration, and let's give it a short while and then check. So the record is still incorrect. It will take some time. Okay, so to check the record has taken effect, we will first flush the DNS cache, and then we will ns lookup our domain name. And now you can see that our domain www.icubes.win is being resolved to the canonical name, cname of our web hosting instance. Okay, now we should be able to access our website. Let's go to our domain and reload, but the error says invalid response and we are still unable to access our domain. So the third step in the troubleshooting we should take is to move to the web hosting instance and see if we have bind our domain with the web hosting instance. So we can see that we have bind our domain icubes.win with the web hosting instance and the status is unresolved. So basically this is the problem here, that our domain name is www.icubes.win and we have configured a DNS record for www host, but we have bound icubes.win domain with our web hosting instance. So let's delete this bind record and correctly bind our domain name. And now you see the resolution status is resolved. So now we should be able to access the web hosting instance using our own domain name. Let's reload. And there you go. This is the same WordPress website that we used to access using our test domain, and now we are able to access it using our own domain name. I hope this has been informative for you. Thank you for watching.